Today, the topic is AWS. So, first of all, what is AWS? So, what is AWS? AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. AWS service is provided by Amazon that uses distributed IT infrastructure. Okay, to provide different IT resources available on demand. Like it provides different services such as infrastructure as a service, platform, one second, IaaS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and package software as a service. So on the go, you will understand what is infrastructure, platform as a service, and packaged software as a service. This is package software as a service. Okay, so Amazon launched AWS like a cloud computing platform to allow different organizations to take advantages of reliable IT infrastructure. Okay, so like what is the uses of AWS? For example, we can say like a small manufacturing organization to expand their business by leaving their IT management for to the AWS. Okay, and or if you can say a media company can use the AWS to provide different types of content such as ebooks or like whatever, like audio files, video files to the worldwide files. So a large enterprises spread across the globe can utilize the AWS to deliver the training to distributed workforce. Okay, uh, so that's how it the like company uses AWS. So what is the advantages of AWS is flexibility. First is flexibility. So we can get more time for like a core business task due to the instant availability of new features and services in AWS. It provides effortless, hosting of legacy applications. AWS does not require learning new technologies, and migration of applications to the AWS provides to the advanced computing and efficient storage. So AWS also offers a choice that whether we want to run the applications and services together or not. So we can also choose to run a part of an IT infrastructure. I will show you when we will be doing in practical, like once we will be login. Okay, so I'm just covering the theory part of it. So the flexibility, we can also choose to run a part of the IT. Means there are so many services, and if you will log in, no, then there I will show you. There are so many services that AWS provides for for the IT infrastructure. So from that we can use any part from in parts also. Okay. So second is cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness. For example, why cost effectiveness? As effective through AWS, like what we say, yeah, like requires no upfront investment, like long-term commitment is also not required, and minimum expense when compared to traditional IT infrastructure that requires a huge investment. For example, if we will set up a traditional IT infrastructure, like so many, for example, AWS provides virtualization, right? I'll tell you what is virtualization. The go, yeah. So virtualization, as it provides virtualization, like we can take like number of hard disk, how much we want. Okay, according we want that, that only we can take. Like for example, if we want so many PCs, okay, if traditional, I mean, uh, without virtual, what we say, uh, the normal desktop, laptop, whatever, this is the complete setup. If it will be cost for the company, there are, for example, 20 employees. Okay, for 20 employees, 20 computers will be there and everything. So everything, so those setup, and so but in virtualization we can easily take, the virtualization, how much we want, like how much the hard disk, and how much everything, how much we want, we can take that. Okay. So it's like cost effectiveness will be there. If we don't want that time, we can cancel that. I mean, we can stop that, we can terminate that. So I will show you in a practical way what is like virtualization and why we will be using. Okay, why it is required. It is useful. So second then is scalability. Scalability or elasticity, we can say. Like through AWS, auto scaling and elastic load balancing techniques are automatically scaled up or down. Like when demand increases or decreases. Like for example, if you have a like uh, you people must be aware, like any uh, let's take an example of Flipkart shopping. Okay, so there, as I told you yesterday, always up and running. Availability. Okay. Yesterday, as I told you, availability is required. So that otherwise, if for example for Flipkart and these kind of so if for some time the server is not working, so whole the loss, like so much of loss will be there, right? So availability is very important for the customers. Okay, for few minutes also, if not, so there is so much of loss will be there if it is not available, and if the server is loose. So for that, they for that uh, you know not only one computer, for example, one virtualization computer, they provide, so like the same thing uh, in AWS we can provide in many computers. So many computers. So if for example any one hard, this one goes down, then second can work. For that, auto scaling is also like auto scaling, load balancing for the customers. Okay, so that is also give AWS provides. Okay, so how we will be doing, how we will be utilizing those things, I'll be telling you in the classes. Okay, in the in the practice. practical way. So fourth, what it provides: security. AWS provides end-to-end security and privacy to customers. Okay, so AWS has a virtual infrastructure that offers availability while managing full privacy and isolation of their operations. Privacy means completely in data will be in encrypted form, and everything will be there. Like full privacy will be there. Okay, customers can expect a high level of physical security because of Amazon's from several years of experience in designing, developing, and maintaining large scale IT operations centers. Okay, so AWS ensures the three aspects of security, that is confidentiality, then integrity, and availability of users' data. As I told, availability is very important. So for that, we there are various things are there, scale like auto scaling everything. So this is about AWS. Okay. So now if we go to the practical way, so first of all, you should know how to create an if first of all you should know how to create an account in AWS. Everybody should create an account in AWS because AWS gives 1 year free. Okay. So here you can write in chat. Okay, after that I will tell you. Okay, ask you 1 second. So I am already having an account. So okay. So 1 year free account will be there. So before that, I'll just give you a gist of like how to create an account. Create a new account. If you will click here, first you have to go to AWS. Okay, then create an account. So here you can type your email address. For example, uh, any. For example, I'm just typing ABC. For example, okay, I already should have, and the account name. Okay, verification. It will send you the verification code. Okay, I have to give mine only again. Okay, anybody having any like running email ID here who can share me the code? I mean, you can write in chat if you have. Create a new account, new AWS account. Any the account you can create 1 second. Pawan, you just recently created. Okay. So you just have to create everybody familiar about like how to create an account in various like you know we can say I have to show you at least for till a second stage, then you will have the clarity. So like mm, start. Okay, I already have an account in this. So, okay. Okay, okay. Thank you, Chandu. So, verification code, Chandu. I'm just giving for now. Chandu at the rate 123. One second. KC capital. So this is step 1. The password is okay. So the after step 1, no, here what you people will be doing, like give your full name here. Okay, your phone number, Indian phone number, and then your like country, address, city. Okay, so these. So for example, how do you plan to use? So you can say personal for now for your own projects because you'll be not using for business now, right? For practicing. So you can write here like that, and then full name I'm giving. Okay, what is your name? Chandra. Okay. India. Okay. Any phone number you can give here. I'm just giving the random now. You can give your phone number and this address. I'm just giving like that random. I'm just giving random. Okay. So so this is the last step. Here you have to see for this, sign up for AWS, credit card or debit card, Visa, or these three. This is the marking icons are there, no? American Express, Visa, and the Maestro. This three only works. Visa mostly. So it won't work like RuPay cards, etc. So debit card will work. Then the you can write the expiration date and etc. Card holder, your name, card holder's name and CVV. So and then you can create, verify, and continue the step. Do you have a PAN? Just mark it yes, and continue the step. Okay, whatever that it will be writing, to continue, and it will take into your account. So how the like here it is just saying only they will charge once it will be cut, once you will be billing, no, the card will be 1 rupee it will be charging. So $1, like we can say that for 2 rupees we can say, for it will be charging something 2 rupees, yeah. Then that thing again it will be like it will be back to you. Okay, they will send you back. So once your account is created, so I'll show you now created account. I'll show you my account which is already created. So my email ID. So after creating the account, you can log into your account. If you have any doubts, you know, if you have any doubts in for creating account, you can let me know. And try to create account, you know, as soon as possible, because we will be practicing in a practical manner, right? So we need this, everyone to like, every day you have to practice. So great, all of you. What happened this? So this is AWS dashboard. Okay. So there are number of services. These are, I mean, we can say EC2, VPC, IAM, these all things. But we need for DevOps point of view EC2. Okay. As I told you, there are number of services. IAM roles will be there, VPC will be there, Cloud Shell will be there. There will be many. So if you want to go for AWS admin, you can learn all these things. But for for DevOps point of view, we should know this EC2 mostly, because here we will be working. After that, if you want to go for the at the same time the load balancers, etc., you can go. But I'll explain you in a normal way. So yeah, EC2 is, I'll tell you like what is AMIs, etc., security groups, etc. in this EC2 we'll be covering. Okay. One second, my battery gone. So now where you were? Yeah. So EC2. So EC2 is like that provides like a resize, compute capacity in the cloud. Like it is designed to make web scale cloud computing easier. Okay, for us. So we say this EC2 instance in AWS. Okay. So it provides scalable computing capacity in the AWS cloud, like using this EC2 element, like your need to invest in hardware upfront, or like so you can develop and deploy applications faster. So okay, so we can like developers will be, as yesterday I had given the example, no, ISCTC, for example. So for them, what they will be developing and where they will be deploying. So and the application also to work faster, right? So this is for that EC2 is important role. So EC2 how we will be doing. So for example, if we came here, like we have to click EC2 services EC2. Okay, so this is an EC2 dashboard. Then we have to click launch instance. Okay, launch instance. See, you can see here, EC2 allows you to create virtual machines or instances that runs on the AWS cloud. Like quickly get started to following the simple steps below. So you can read this here also, like allows you to create virtual machines or instances. So from here we will be creating our instances, that is virtual machine. I want to learn SQL. Any chance I can get SQL online course? SQL. You can contact our, like, 1 second. You can contact our host like Madhav Rao. He will guide you on this. His name is uh, unknown. iPhone it is written. Yeah. So name. If we will be, for example, name, I'll be giving the Linux. I will tell you what is Linux. Okay. Will be next sessions will be after this Linux only. So I'm just keeping the name of Linux for now. Okay. Just a name. Any name you can give. Okay. Any name you can give according to your project or something. Okay. Project name or something. Then there are like Amazon Linux. Then we can say which OS machines we want. Okay. Like an AMI is that AMI means Amazon Machine Image. Okay, so in this is the template that contains the software configuration, like operating systems will be there, application server and applications required to launch our instances. Okay, so in this we have to choose which kind of OS images we want. Okay, OS means operating systems. Okay, operating systems, are you all familiar with? Operating systems are you familiar with, right? I will tell you tomorrow. I'll be explaining the tomorrow, not completely operating system part, etc. Okay, when I'm going through for the Linux course. So before that, I'll be covering that. Okay, so yeah. So now, which kind of operating system we want? Okay, operating system in the sense, if normally if we will say, now we are in our computer, what we are using operating system, Windows, right? So Windows, and some people, few people are using like Linux. So all those things. So why Windows and why Linux? Okay, that I will cover on Monday, about why Windows and Linux. What is the difference between Windows and Linux? What is Linux? So everything I'll be covering in on Monday about this. Okay. So now I'm just teaching you the EC2 instance how to create. So now keep in mind about this. Okay. So Amazon Linux, Mac OS, there are so many kind of what we say operating systems are there. Okay. So now we need Linux, for example. Okay. So we for Amazon Linux or Ubuntu is also a Linux. Okay, Red Hat is also comes under Linux. These are Linux but different flavors. I'll be explaining on Monday. So now Ubuntu, for example, we are taking as a simple way Amazon Linux. Okay, we want this. So in this, there are free tiers will be there, and many are like paid is also there. Okay, free tier which is marked tick. Okay, so we can say, for example, Amazon Linux, this kernel 5.10, SSD volume type. So in this, what all it is giving? AMI this, okay, virtualization HVM, root device EBS means load balancer. I'll tell you what is load balancer. So there is T1, T2 micro will be there. That is free one. Okay. So we always have to go with T2 micro. Here it is there, T2 micro, without going with this here. Okay. So here T2 micro is like in this we like free, we can use free for T2 micro and T1 micro. Okay, but we have to go for T2 micro for the practice way. But companies mostly are mostly using T2 small, T2 medium, and T2, I mean T2 large, and many are there. So according to their need, they'll be using C5 large, etc. So now what you are thinking, what is T2 micro, what is T1 micro, like that. Okay, for example, T1 micro, family T1, like we can get one CPU. Okay, one CPU 0.16612 GB RAM, GB memory, and like this. And here also T2 micro we will get one CPU, like that. So for T2 medium, if you can see here, if you can observe, two CPU will be there. Okay, and 4 GB memory will be there. Okay, so for T2 micro, 1 GB memory is there. So according to the usage of the application of the where deployment means what? Deployment means installation, etc. So I'll tell you what is like on the go. You will understand slowly, slowly. So in this, we need we need the free one. Okay, so T2 micro, and in for this in details, I'll in the class, no, every time you will understand in depth way what is T2 micro while doing like that. So I'll explain, I'll be covering on Monday all these things. So now the EC2 instance will be is like T2 micro is the free trial eligible, where the application where in practical you'll come to know. Okay, so T2 micro, how many CPU we are getting? One CPU RAM. Okay, previously in Amazon they used to provide like we used to select CPU like for CPU, and then we can say for then how much GB memory, etc. So like that is not a good way. So now Amazon had decided that like to give in a family pack, for example, one CPU, 1 GB memory. So like that, for two CPU, 4 GB memory. So like that. So we have to choose according to our application or according to our needs. So so this for free for the practice. Okay, without company they don't use this, but for practice we should use this. So it's likewise the company will be using these kind of little large scale company or like that, this kind of application, this kind of instance type they'll be using the larger instance type. Okay, like T2, like eight CPU, some people want 32 GB memory. So here completely virtualization they are taking completely through this. They can operate while like in this system we can operate 10 systems more like that. But in desktop if we are buying in the complete setup, we will be not, it will be not good, right? Like it will be very cost, as we say cost will like cost should not like cost should be, we should not expend more. So that's why we are using the AWS thing. Then next comes to key pair. You can use a key pair securely connect to your instance. Okay. For this instance, we can create a key pair. So we need a first if you are new to the account, yeah, every time you can create and delete the account. So key pair is important. So key pair, any name you can give. For example, I am giving whatever Saya or something. So key pair type any name you can give according to your application or something. So for now, I'm giving this. Okay, so key pair type just use RSA encrypted private and public key pair. I'll tell you what is private and public. Okay, IPP key pair. So private key file format will be .pem. Okay, for using Open SSH or .ppk for putty. But we will be downloading what PEM file will be downloading. Okay, here we will get the complete encrypted. I'll show you how it will look. So create key pair. So once you create key pair, it will our this the download will be happening. Okay. Now if I'll open this is completely an encrypted format. PEM file is there with us. Okay, you can save this somewhere. Okay, so every time you can use while using your instance. So for every instance, we should have a our key pair. Okay, if you will be create one time and different instance also you can use with the this PEM file. Okay, how you will be using? I'll show you. So this I'll for now I'll be minimizing that. Okay, so so once you created key pair, okay, so here you will be getting, for example, as we created Saya, the key pair, right, as a key pair name. So the option will be there, but already we created here now this. So SAY. So now we just created and it's already we had tick. So we have to select like this. Then coming to network settings. Okay. After this, the third step will be network settings. In this, you have to choose, you just go for edit. Okay. In this, you just need to know two things in your mind. You can name it or you can leave this, no problem, security group. But here, SSH, you have to select anywhere. This is already it will be there. Okay. SSH means, I'll tell you what is SSH in a uh, completely in a on the go classes. What is SSH? Okay, SSH is just now for now I'm telling you SSH means an encrypted format, like how in a depth way I'll be covering. Okay, from Monday I'll be covering, so 2 days more it will take to understand all of this topic. Okay, so for now we are just creating an instance. So now first for SSH we have to create, we have to select SSH. Okay, and anywhere in this, anywhere custom my IP will be there. We have to select anywhere. Okay, then add another security group level, because we need data should not SSH means data we should not give in a open way, like we should not what we say, it should be privacy. It should not be leaked with the for the hackers cannot hack the data of us, etc. So SSH is important for that. Okay, for now. So here security group, another we have to add, that is we can say HTTP. Okay, HTTP again. make you understand what is HTTP. So now for now, anywhere you can write. Okay. So this is the thing. Anywhere, anywhere you have to select. Okay. For now, no HTTP. You just go with the all traffic. Okay, all traffic anywhere. For now, HTTP also you can select HTTP for the ports anywhere. Okay. So this three, SSH all traffic anywhere, HTTP anywhere. These three, if you are selecting, after selecting, coming down, now configuration storage. How much, like how much configuration you want, how much hard disk you want. Okay, for 8 GB, okay, 1 into 8 GB. And if you want to add volume to it, add more. If you want more, we can add volume from here. But for no need to know for now, as your initial. So you just need to concentrate, yeah, this configuration. So you should not touch over here. As we already chosen this T2 micro thing, right? So the configuration type, just make it like this only. Okay. Then comes to advanced details. So nothing changes is required over here. Okay, you have to come down. Then this is completely over. So now if you see the left corner, right corner, number of instances. If you want two instances, if you want one instances, one virtual machines. Instances is nothing but virtual machines. Okay. So if you want two, if you want three, how many we can mention? For now we want one. Okay. For now we want one. So this, you can see one volume 8 GB we selected, firewall security group, then that security group as we selected, no, there. And then virtual server type is T2 micro. And this is our configuration AMI. AMI means Amazon machine. Okay. Then machine image. This is machine image means in machine image under comes with like how much like configurations, everything will be there. So then after that we have to click launch instance. So once we will click launch instance. Then we have to go with view all instances. Launch instances success. Here you can say -2 running. I'll terminate this. We can terminate like this. Okay, if you want to delete, no, we can terminate like this. And every time, every time after completing your work, just terminate it. So like it should not loss of pay or something more after some time, because after 1 year they'll be charging. But if you will be like completing so early, so they will start, Amazon will like start like billing. So this is our instance. Okay, this is our instance. So this is how we create an instance. Now, so you can see here, Linux we created. Here I will just say running filter. You can write instance state is equals to running. So what is running now? This. So Linux we created availability zone as we selected. We can select more. There it is. The options will be there while creating an instance. AP. So this is Northeast. Okay. So then here, what is your public IP address? You can see this. This is instance ID. This is public address, and this is private address. Public address is what? Public address is like everyone can see. For example, if we will go with this, if I'll be giving you, you can also see my once I'll be hosting, once I'll be creating. then I'll show you. Everyone can access this, but private, no, only we can access, no one else. We can make changes, we can access this thing. Okay, then this is completely subnet IAM rule. This is completely most like higher level, completely admin level. So we need to concentrate two things here. That is public IP, private IP, and instance ID, and this instances. Because on the top of this, this is virtual machine. On the top of this, we will be deploying. We will be everything. We will be doing uh, installing applications, etc. Okay, the Linux, etc., or everything practice we will be doing from this. So, if in the DevOps point of view, so Linux, then after launching instance, now we will be copying the public IP address. Okay, so now there are many ways to once again. There are many ways to hmm, like access that. One is mobile extern. Okay, for much virtual machine, no, there are many ways. So one is PuTTY client, second is virtual machine for the sorry mobile extern. Then we can also access from Git Bash. Okay, so today I'll be explaining about mobile through mobile extern. Okay, how we will be accessing this EC2 instance. Okay, actually, if I will tell you everything today, before this I have to explain you Linux everything. So after Linux, I will be making like I will be showing you how to do mobile XTM and these three, how we will be accessing this IP address. And first of all, I have to explain everything in details, like what is SSH, what is IP address, private address, and those all things. So these all things I'll be covering on Monday. Then after that, once I will come coming to the Linux part, that time we will access in a this virtual machine in a mobile system, etc. And practically we will do. Otherwise, it will not like completely stuck in your head. So today, what you will do today, you have to create your account in AWS. If you don't have any Visa card or etc., take help from your any colleagues or someone who have Visa, and just please create the account. Every day we have to practice a lot of things. Everything we have to do with this. So uh, practice is very important, like Linux practice and everything. But every tools are there. Whatever the tools will be, Maven, everything we will be doing with this project, etc. So please, this is the very important. Like first, we have to create an account. This is your task, and second is this to create an EC2 instance. How I did. So this two you just create. Okay, and after that I will tell you the other parts. Okay, how to do and what is the first the theoretical explanation I'll be giving you on Monday. All these things. So tomorrow there will be no class. Wednesday and Thursday directly on Monday will be there. From Monday we will be starting the explanation theory part of the remaining things, the public IP and private IP, SSH, everything. Okay, Linux, what is Linux? Then on the top of this, we can create. So now you can ask your questions.